Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Tyrant's LASO Challenge Guide. This is Tip of the Spear LASO, legendary all skulls on, except for blind, of course, once again. And they're going to start you out here with a DMR and a grenade launcher. Now, the grenade launcher we're going to use to take out the two, I guess they're called anti-air turrets. Anti-air shades, to be exact. We're going to do this to trigger the Pelican, which is going to drop a Rocket Hog, new to the Halo franchise. Different from the Halo PC Rocket Hog. But here's the catch. In order to get the Pelican to land and drop off the Hog, you have to kill not only the two turrets, but the two pilots as well. So if you accidentally knock out the pilots in the course of your grenade spam, you're still going to have to headshot them with the DMR. Oh, took a hit right there. Not. Ugh. I hate that. We don't have a medical pack for a while, so. Okay, I guess one of the pilots is still alive because the Pelican's not landing yet because he's a slacker! And Cat's doing nothing. Come on, Cat, it's your driving that got us here. Step it up a bit, come on. Okay, we're gonna keep this up just a little bit. I'm gonna start clearing the way. See if we can find that other pilot. Where's the pilot? Come on. Ah! Taking hits left and right. I think no, that's exactly. Got his ass though. Double kill. Love it. That elite's just going crazy. Come on, drop it. Drop the damn Warthog already. You see, this is why Reach really fell. Okay, so we're going to grab the Warthog. We're going to drive it up just a little bit. Now, my advice here is to take out the Marine and smack him. Oh, hit the Warthog by accident. No, he ducked. There we go. Okay, now what you want to do here is you want to drive off without any passengers or gunners, because this is what we're going to use to take out the first anti-air gun. Okay, there we go.
Get this tin can moving.
Alright, so I tend to park behind this rock here. And we're going to jump out of the driver's seat and hop into the gunner's seat. Now this is kind of the long and boring part. It takes exactly 16 rocket salvos to kill this Tyrant gun. Sorry, my EP just drew doing Tyrant gun out from a distance. It's long and it's boring, but at least it's a hell of a lot better than taking it out from the inside. That's what she said. So, once again, you kind of have to deal with the issue of just kind of sitting back and taking it, but there's the problem with taking it out from the inside here is you've got a general, you've got several grunts, jackals, a revenant, and at least 2 goats that are patrolling the area, so it's a lot safer to do it this way. And there are also 3 skirmishers with needle rifles just over that hill. We are narrowly avoiding them. Anyone got any Jeopardy music? Board. Okay, here we go. Alright, so Tyrant gun is down for the count. First one anyway. By the way, there is a Bob over there to the left sometimes. But he's not important to this walkthrough, so we're just going to keep going. I tend to park the car right here, and wow, I actually stayed on my feet on that one. Okay, now the one threat in this area is that ghost. You want to listen for Cat's command for the Pelican, and you want to race over to it before that Phantom that you see overhead drops the rate. I can't believe I stayed on all 4 wheels. Now, if you're really low on health, you can stop and take out these 3 skirmishers right here. Since I've still got pretty much full health, we're just going to keep going. And wow, there is some cat-grade driving right there. I swear, I think this is the only game where cat-like reflexes are a bad thing. Okay, so we're going to move on to this next zone over here, where we have one long-range shade turret, accompanied by several grunts and jackals, and troopers under fire. What you want to do here is you want to jump out of the Warthog, and you want to take out the anti-air shade turret with the... The long-range turret with the rocket launcher. And you know what? We're just going to plow the road with this thing. Just go nuts. Rack up those multi-kills with this rocket launcher. Oh, yeah. Look at those big guns. I know what the lady's like. Okay, so we're going to clean up the mess here with the DMR. Looks like we got a couple of jackals and a grunt still left. Die! There we go. Couple of jackals still in the mix. Come on. Come on. I noticed that when you shoot them from a distance, they'll sort of double back a little bit and it'll expose their heads, lining you up for an easy headshot. Of course, you've got health packs here if you need them. And I highly suggest coming over here to the far left-hand side where you'll be able to catch the skirmishers in advance. See those two skirmishers with needle rifles? They're going to cause you trouble later if you keep them alive. So we're just going to headshot the crap out of them. And move on up. There's some additional DMR ammo over here. Wow, my troopers are still alive. Not that they actually provide you with any assistance. Go ahead and grab a plasma pistol. And when you get to about right here, start to sprint to get away from that elite and the grunts up top.
An elite zealot, in fact.
Go ahead and use your plasma pistol to obtain one of these health packs. And we're going to show you a little skip right here. Jump over this railing, hit this beam to keep you from falling. So you have a little bit of a backdraft there. And then up onto this rock. And then you're just going to sprint through these pipes. Up here. Go up the stairs. So we just basically skipped all of those enemies without any issues at all. And right now we have full health and shields. That's just rocking. We're going to run past these two jackals. Jump down. We're going to trade out our plasma pistol for this ordnance here. This plasma launcher. Go ahead and jack the Revenant. Scooch on past this elite and his grunt buddies. Oh, we missed him. Sorry for the low screen.
Scans show another Covenant AA gun ahead of your location. I want you to neutralize.
Jump out and neutralize the three jackals right here. It'll help you later. I noticed that when you take out the first two, the third one seems to backtrack over here to the left. See, that's just stupid. Why would you do that? Okay, so we're going to drop the Revenant down here, and let's see if the Wraith is still active. I guess not. If the Wraith over on the right was still around, you'd want to try to hijack it. But since it's not, we're going to go ahead and use the Warthog right here to take out the second Tyrant gun. Yeah, I said it again. Believe it or not, this chain gun turret is more effective than the Rocket Hog turret. That's wrong. Why is that? I don't get it. Usually in 2 to 3 salvos of bullets, you'll be able to take out the Tyrant gun. Just keep on shooting. And shooting. And shooting. These Tyrant guns, as much as I love the name, are the most boring part of the mission. Actually, I lied. That's coming up. There we go. Okay, so we have one Wraith left in the area. My advice for taking this out is to jump into the Warthog and park it at a distance so you can take out the Wraith, because, once again, the Chain Gun Hog is quite effective against this Covenant weapon. And you'll have troopers being dropped off by a Pelican to help distract you if you're taking fire from the... And it's... Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, it drove off the cliff. That's one of the things about this area, is you've got two Wraiths that sometimes accidentally kick it in reverse and go right off the cliff. I didn't realize Caboose knew how to drive a Wraith. Or didn't, rather. Okay, well, since the Wraith's gone, we're just going to systematically take out all the enemies here. You've got grunts, jackals, skirmishers. you've got 1 Elite Ultra and 2 Hunters. The Hunters are going to be what's going to be... sorry. The Hunters are what's going to give you the hardest time here. We're going to go ahead and trade out our EMR for... Whoops. Wrong thing. Needle Rifle. We're going to use that Plasma Launcher later. There's a drop shield there if you need it. Now we just sit back and take our time. They're not going to hit us from here. Now I've noticed one of the main differences between the DMR and the Needle Rifle is that the Needle Rifle will cause enemies to dodge on LASO, or Mythic for that matter. I think that's a tough luck skull in play, and it's good and bad. It makes it a little bit more difficult to get headshots, but it exposes the enemy, allowing you to pump in those 3 needles to get that super combine for an easy kill. Yeah, we're going to switch to our Plasma Launcher and aim for these Hunters right here. Your goal here is to remove their back armor, so that you've got a nice fleshy target that you can use for the Needle Rifle later. Internet cookie if you get the reference. Okay, let's see if we can get this guy. Oh, Elite jumped in the way. Bastard! Okay, so now we've got this other Plasma Launcher here. We're going to pretty much do the same thing. We want to weaken the Hunters as much as possible. Because the only other weapon we really have to deal with them with is the Revenant. And the problem with that is that it takes forever. So again, weaken these guys as much as possible so you can finish them off with the Revenant. It's going to be pretty much your strongest weapon you have in the area. I swear, this is the most tedious part of this mission. Alright, we're out of ammo, so the Revenant's next. I was hoping we'd at least kill him. He's being too smart here. I was kind of hoping we could get a couple of super combines, but now he's using his face shield. Alright, so grab some more ammo. Where's the hog? There it is. Alright, so we're going to drive back around to the Revenant. And we're going to use that to finish them off. Yes, it's long and it's boring. I know I've said that before in this walkthrough. I'm not too thrilled about it either, and that's why I highly suggest trying to get a Wraith at the beginning of this. Unfortunately, whether or not you can actually capture one is completely random. Sometimes they'll drive themselves off the cliff, sometimes they won't. Not really sure what the deal with that is. Okay, so you want to maintain a fairly safe distance from the Hunters because their fuel rod cannons move very quickly, and it can pretty much kill you in 1 to 2 hits when you're in a vehicle, so you want to avoid that as much as possible. So we're just going to hang back and spend what seems like the next 60 years taking out the Hunters. Whoa, almost got us there. Okay, but again, going back to the Revenant, the Wraith. If the Wraith on the right is still around, you'll notice that it keeps shooting at the wall. It's scripted to do that, particularly if you've already killed the Tyrant gun. And it'll only attack you once it's been attacked itself. So you can easily shoot out the secondary gunner, which is a special ops run. And then you can jump on and capture the Wraith. Now, if you can get the Wraith, it'll make everything in this area a lot easier. All you have to do is basically shell the crap out of the Covenant survivors, and you can probably make short work of them in about 2 minutes. But since we don't have the Wraith, and again it's kind of random whether or not you'll get it, that's why we kind of chose the Revenant over the Ghost earlier, because you're going to need the Revenant to take out these Hunters. Now, the other strategy you can use is that if you wait long enough, George's Falcon will land, and the Hunters and the Elite will all be too occupied shooting it to pay any attention to you. So if you shot the Hunters' backs off with the Plasma Launchers, like I suggested earlier, finally one down, when their backs are turned and they're shooting the Falcon, you can just basically pump endless super combos of needle rifles into them, or needle rounds, until they just fall over and die. So again, if this Revenant thing is too tedious for you, or if it's taking too long, if you just want to, just chill for a minute behind a rock, you can wait for George's Falcon to show up, and it'll be pretty easy from there. I'm sure if this takes too much longer, that's going to happen anyway, so you'll probably get to see it over the course of this walkthrough. Also, we have the Elite left. You choose to ignore him if he's not assaulting the Falcon. I highly recommend taking him out because once you're in that Falcon, you're kind of stuck there. And the Falcon ride is arguably one of the most toughest parts of this mission because you have so little control over what happens around you. And of course, you have a choice between two sides, the right and the left. I'm going to show you why we chose the right side, or why we're going to choose the right side. I always choose the right side. It's like instinct to me. Now, it's actually far more difficult on the left because you've got tons of anti-air shades, concussion rifle elites. The foes on the right are just far less formidable. For whatever reason, the ones on the left, I guess, get ADD when you're on the right turret, so they don't attack you. I love it.
Well done, 6. Only needs up close recon on those fires.
Okay, because we took too long, that means the Falcon's gonna land.
George has a Falcon found your position, Lieutenant. Highlighting the LZ now.
And now the hunters will finally be distracted, or at least the one hunter that's left. See, he's shooting at the thing. Stop turning around. Shoot at the big bird. Stop looking at me like that. Do you want me to get back in the Revenant? I will. I'll do it. Alright, there we go. So now we're just going to pump him with super combines until he falls over. It's a lot easier to do it this way. As far as I know, there's nothing else that really triggers the Falcon other than either taking out everything in this zone or just waiting long enough. We're just going to keep emptying our needle rifle into this guy. There we go. Okay, so the elites over here, we're going to see if we can make a break for the Falcon first. I don't know if we're able to make it or not. Let's see. Now he's shooting at it, so we're going to have to find a way to take him out. We've got pretty much full shields and health at this point, so we can probably engage in a melee battle. Let's see if we can be sneaky. I don't know. Alright, let me gain some courage here. Alright, come on, come on. Oh! Got your ass! And full shields. There's, if you notice that down Falcon earlier, there's a health pack over there if you need more health or shields before you take on this ride. I highly recommend not jumping on the Falcon until you have full health and shields. Trust me, you will need them. This is the powerful grenade launcher Falcon. This thing owns. Alright, so first up we've got the elites on the bridge here. They've got concussion rifles and an array of other weapons, so be quick about taking them out. Over here on the left, a little bit further below, we've got two long-range shade turrets. They will tear your shields apart, so make them top priority, always. We've got a Wraith over here, as well as a sniper tower. We're going to be quick about them. We've got another long-range shade turret over here, too. And some more concussion rifle elites over there on the right. Make sure everything's dead. Everything that can kill you, make sure it's gone. See? Look at our health and shields right now. That is exactly why you need full health and shields for this. You can't run and hide. It's pretty much a timed sequence, so you pretty much plan your own destiny here.
Intel suggests these spires may be projecting electromagnetic filtration.
Let's bomb it! Do it! Do a barrel roll. Or just crash the thing. Alright, so you start out with fresh weapons here, DMR and assault rifle. We're going to go ahead and get a health pack and trade out our sprint for a jet pack. You're going to need it for the battle at the end. Trace the right hand side here. go ahead and headshot this grunt. And just basically ignore all the other enemies. Try not to get caught in the line of fire. There are skirmishers over there on the left with needle rifles and focus rifles. So now that we've got a plasma pistol and a DMR and a jetpack, we're going to basically take a shortcut over here to the spire where we will fight out the final conflict of the mission.
Noble 5.
Go ahead and jump in this
Only
Jeep.
those spires to be
Drive as fast as you can to the spire.
Teleporters.
Jump out and go ahead and just go straight up the lift.
Frigate Grafton is on station ready to kill that spire. But first, we need to power down its shield. Understood. 6. I'll hold these bosses off. You find a way to the top of the spire. Noble leader. 6 is on his way out.
Alright, so this is looking
Get
pretty
in
good
there.
so far.
Take out that shield, Lieutenant. Spartans.
Now, our final enemy here is an elite ultra wielding an energy sword, 2 fuel rod grunts. See if I can get this guy. Oh, I hate Bloom. Damn it. So like I said, 2 special ops grunts with fuel rod guns and a few grunt ultras. The elite is going to be your biggest enemy here. This is why we have the jetpack. Whenever he gets too close to boost up, mind the grenades that he throws and keep shooting at him. Weaken his shield as much as possible. Do not let up. Remember, once you run out of ammo here, you're pretty much boned. So don't let it happen. We're already running low. Crap, we've only got 11 rounds left. We have to be really careful here. So make the elite, once again, your top priority. You can at least kill the grunts with grenades or plasma pistols. The elite is a whole different animal. Alright, come on. Come on. Come on. Toro! Toro! Come on. Don't let him go back inside. Oh, he tried to stick me. No, no. There we go. Come on. Crap, 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 crap! Oh, thank God. Okay, that's the big one right there. We should be downhill from here. I think we still have 2 fuel rod grunts left alive, so... Alright. You can move over to the other side. The fuel rod grunts, again, don't tend to attack unless you attack them first, so the other one should still be stationary over there. We're going to see if he's still just kind of lingering about. There he is. Alright, so we have 1 down, so we have 1 fuel rod grunt left. I don't see him. Why is it always a fuel rod grunt that I can't find? It couldn't just be, you know, 1 easy grunt ultra or a pony or anything like that. Alright, we're going to stab him if we have to. I hear him. He sounds pissed, but I don't see him. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Ah! Ah! There we go. Once all the enemies are down, you can activate or deactivate the spire, and you have conquered the mission on LASO difficulty.